Hey everybody, welcome to the People's Congregation of Shakers and Movers. Happy Valentine's Day. There's a lot of shaking and moving going on around here. You can probably feel me vibrating, Anna. I am so excited to be here today with you. And I have a little present. I wanted to know if you will be my Galentine.
Oh my God! Thank you so much.
I just love. So I have to say, I know that people make fun of Valentine's Day and they say it's a Hallmark holiday, but I am like never going to turn down an opportunity to say I love you.
Aww.
I love you so much.
Thank you. Dang.
It's not a big deal. Just open it real quick. It's not a big deal. While you open your present, I will talk about what is happening this week. So, of course, tonight we have Matt's midweek vibe check, which is half off for members, $10 suggested donation if you are a member, $20 if you are a non-member. It's just a little.
Oh my God.
Yes, I got Anna this little gift
So
because you are such a goddess to me and such an inspiration.
Oh, thank you.
No, honestly, like what you bring to this community, what Anna brings to this community, you guys, oh my God, you have no idea. Her journey and her story is so amazing, and her life experience is really, I think, what makes you qualified to be a trauma-informed yoga teacher, right? Like you've been through it. We've all been through it. We all have our story. But that's what makes us real. And that is what we're studying with the yamas and niyamas is it's better to be real sometimes than to be nice. And that has been coming up for me a lot this week. Just being your authentic self. And so on this Valentine's Day, I remind you to love yourself. Put yourself first. Tell the truth. Just do it. It might hurt some people, but guess what? In the long run, you're only hurting yourself if you don't.
Yeah.
I'm here to tell you that. Shout out to my mommy and daddy who successfully made it to Florida. I got a beautiful message from my daddy this morning about being his Valentine, and I will always be daddy's girl, and my mommy obviously too. She actually beat him to the punch. She wrote me first. So I'm just sending out the energy and the vibration and frequency of love.
My mother was always my Valentine, so thank you, Mama. In heaven, you are still my Valentine, and I know that she's come in and is with me. Well, every day. She's with me every day. But she would always call me and wish me happy Valentine's Day. So our family's like texting.
Aww.
Yes.
So I've got my Galentine over here. I've got many Valentines. I'm so lucky and I'm so blessed to have this practice with you every week. I know I need a reset. It's been a wild morning already so far. So I just wanted to let everybody know what's going on Friday night. We're kind of going to go with the flow, but right now we have a couple of different opportunities to go support some of our resident DJs here because we kind of have elevated DJs to the status of priests because I found God on a dance floor. I'm not going to lie. That's part of it, right? Energy, vibration, frequency of people coming together and communing over music and just dancing was where I felt like home.
Well, God finds, or the divine, whatever you believe in, draws in what you love most to draw you closer to Him or to what means to Source. Mm-hmm. Yes, whatever Source means to you, the divine, whatever you love. And I had a friend tell me that God used yoga to get you closer to Him. So however you want to interpret that, whatever you love most, always draws Source closer to you.
How I interpret it is that God is within and not a him.
God
is within, and that's just my vibe. Anyway, I have a hard time putting anything on anything. But anyway, so this Friday, we're going to get together here at 63 Washington Street at 7 o'clock. I'm planning on doing maybe like a little short meditation. And then we're going to decide if we're going to take the Bliss bus, if we're going to take Ubers, or what we're going to do. But we're going to go dance. We're either going to go to Jillian's or we're going to go to Jamaica Plain to support Manny Underground, who was here a couple of weeks ago, and just raise the vibration the old-fashioned way, so to speak, right? Mm-hmm. And then on Saturday, we have DJ Chris Paul coming to the altar. He's amazing. He comes almost every single Saturday, whether he's the DJ or not, because he just has that brotherly love, which I just love. So today, Anna, I am so excited to just find some stillness and some peace. Because again, I was out shopping at Target. I actually ran into Stanley's fiance last night and doing our last minute Target love bombing attempts. And I was actually pissed. They were putting out Easter stuff. I'm like, they were literally putting out Easter stuff. I'm like, whoa.
They were doing
about
that at the grocery store too.
Right?
What
about the last minute witches? I'm like, come on, let's go. So anyway, I love Valentine's Day. I love any opportunity to celebrate love. Gentle reminder that we have now 8 ordained priestesses here at the People's Congregation. So if you are getting married and you are looking for somebody to help you hold space in ceremony, we got you. We're fun. I don't know if you heard. We know how to throw a party.
Yes. Rumor has it.
Rumor has it. So yeah, that's something that, as we grow, we want to get into just holding space for more people who want to go with the flow, who want to have maybe like a wedding ceremony that's not typical, maybe same-sex marriage, maybe third, fourth marriage, maybe, you want to, I don't know. You want fireworks, you want to be a diamond, like we want to be a record, like what do you want to be? What do you want to do? You know what I mean? Like I'm always like, when you die, you can be a record, you can be a diamond. When you get married, we can, whatever it is, we can make your dreams come true.
It starts with the energy.
I have so much energy right now. I've been crazy all morning.
Well,
so
grab a mat.
I'm going to grab a mat, and we also wanted to just give a little teaser. So we do have coming up, I'm so excited. So I'm going to give a shout out to DJ Nook. I was out the other night vibing with him. He's going to be here on March 30th. You guys, he was my wedding DJ, speaking of weddings, and he gave me this amazing gift. He gave me 24 hours of audio for my wedding.
Wow.
Which is really cool, right? Because everybody has a wedding video, but I have 24 hours of audio. So do you know how cool it was to actually listen to him say, like, I was going to go have my first dance with my mom and dad? For some reason, like, closing my eyes and listening to it, I could see it so much more and feel it so much more profoundly than if I was just watching an edited video. So DJ Nook, shout out, March 30th, come down to the altar and support my boy, because he's been supporting me for like 25 years, and I just love him so much. Anything else going on that we need to tell the people about?
Well, not that I can think of.
Other than breathing and stretching. All right, I'm going to go take my place on the mat. I love you.
Well, the midweek, the vibe check tonight is tonight. It's at
I said that.
Which Friday?
No. Wednesday is the vibe check.
Yes.
Friday is the dance party. Saturday
Saturday
is
is
Soul Saturday. Oh my God, I love us. We're so funny. You can really tell we script this out, right? All right, I'm going to go do yoga.
All right, my friends, and welcome. Happy Love Day. Happy Valentine's Day. Now, love should be felt every day. Ahimsa, non-harm, coming from a place of love and self-care for yourself and for others. Coming to this place of the heart space. So the heart space right here, it glows green, anahata, and it has an amazing high vibration. You know the Care Bears?
I love the Care Bears.
I do too. So that is the intention today, is to come into the heart space. So I'm an intuitive teacher. I can plan out my classes as much as I like, and it usually doesn't go the way it usually goes planned. And it's up to us, and sometimes it's up to us and others to kind of help each other reach that vibe. So remember, love is one of the highest vibrations that we can come to, and that's what we're going to create today. And we can create it anytime. We are more powerful than we realize, and we have a lot of energy, and the more we tune in, the more we can vibrate and ripple all that love. So what I was thinking of doing today, and my Wednesdays are yoga filled, and what I have been bringing in today is starting on our backs. And if you have a bolster, if you have a block, or if you have an extra yoga mat, so Sandy, whatever you would like to use, I can use my blanket. Want to use a block or so it depends on. So what we're going to do is we're going to start on our backs. So a bolster can support from the lower back all the way up to the neck, similar to a blanket rolled up into a little roll. You can also use a block. And what we're trying to do is get the heart to shift forward, and so the shoulders are going to relax. And find your comfortable place, because if this isn't comfortable for you, then you can just lie on your back. It's not comfortable for everyone, but if you want to bring the heart forward, this is what we're going to do. And there's nothing wrong with not bringing the heart forward or in the way that we're going to do it. You can just gently lift the chest forward. So as gentle or as strong as you want to feel the chest space open. So I'm going to demonstrate 3 ways. So you can envision that this is a bolster, and if you have a long bolster, you can take it to the base of the spine and allow yourself to lie on it. And so notice how I'm already draping down and the heart is already pressing forward. So my blanket isn't very high, it's just rolled, I don't know, maybe it's like 8 inches or so, or maybe less. And my heart is already pressed forward. So that's one way. Another way is using one block. Now, if you have 2, you can do 2 blocks lined up, just so. Again, taking it to the base of the spine. I think that's aligned. And just aligning it with your spine. And again, just finding that comfortable place. You can even put the sacrum on top of the block so it's not arched, and you can take the heart forward this way. Okay, so now if that's uncomfortable too, you can take a little pillow underneath the neck so that you can rest right there and then allow the shoulders to drape and rest. All right, so the other way, which is the way I learned mainly, is using one block. So let me take my sweatshirt off so that you can see how one between the shoulders can also work. So here's between the shoulders, right? So you're kind of guesstimating where you're going to land. And that arches the spine a bit more. So notice how now my heart is pressed forward in the same way, in the same height, but the arch of the spine is much deeper. So all depends on your body and what you would like to feel. So find your sweet spot on your back, in bed, on your mat, or in a chair. And in a chair, we can't necessarily produce the same effect, but you can roll up a yoga mat and place it behind you to support your spine, similar to a bolster. So remember, when we're in a chair, we're just kind of flipping things around a little differently than when we're on a mat. So this is the place that we're coming to. Allow your legs to relax. And I actually really liked my blanket. So I'm going to use my blanket because I've been heart opening all morning. So my heart is super open. One of my students in my chair yoga class today, oh, she's this wonderful lady. And we did a heart practice, and at the end of class, she ran up to me and hugged me, and she said, "Thank you so much, because I feel so much differently than when I first came into class." And that's what's important, is that we leave off of our mats, off of wherever we are after this practice, feeling differently. So notice here that my heart, or my chest, is not as pressed forward, but we're still getting the same benefit. So you'll feel the shoulders drape. Now, if you are a little more advanced, there's also fish pose that can actually do the same thing. And that's just taking the heart forward. And it's not comfortable for everyone. But that's another way to do it, kind of resting on the top of your heads. Last demonstration. And the legs. The legs can be just as is, or you can come to a butterfly position, or you can bend the knees. And then flip the palms, bring them up to face the sky. Let's come into our breath. Just the ebb and flow, not changing anything. Letting the body fully relax. Feel the shoulders melt towards the earth. And feel the chest begin to open. So there's tightness in the chest cavity, the rib cage. Breathe and use your breath to ease into what you're feeling. So I was talking about today that we do come into physical and emotional trauma that affects the heart space frequently. So I decided to come into this place where we are coming into the heart and opening the heart. Now, you don't have to feel like your heart has to open. Your heart will open when it's ready. And what we're doing here is we're using the physical body to access the heart and access the energy within that center. But what happens when we experience trauma in the heart space, or whether it's through relationships, and on the other spectrum, the physical body, heart surgeries. Okay, so heart surgeries, or there's some kind of physical trauma to the chest area, or your heart's been hurt in the past. We have a tendency to protect our heart. That is just how our bodies and our emotions cope. So we begin to round forward. So some of you may feel like your shoulders are still forward a little bit, and that's okay. Just allowing them to gently relax or rest. And then on top of that, rounding forward because of physical or emotional trauma, the way we live life these days, hunched over a computer, our devices, that's almost like another whammy, right? That brings our chest and our shoulders to round forward, our neck also to tilt forward, and creating the body's space to protect what's in the chest area. So here we are, opening up the space, using our breath to just notice where we are in our bodies today. And if it feels good to you to bring the hands to the heart, one palm on top of the other, you can do that and connect to your heartbeat. Feeling the chest rise as you take that deep breath in. Feeling feeling the chest and the belly fall and the shoulders relax as you take that exhale. And I can invite you here to close your eyes if that feels good to you. And as we do in all our classes, inviting you to come to your heart intention. So as we access our heart space, if at any time you want to shift or remove anything that's underneath that you've placed underneath your spine, underneath your shoulders, you can go ahead and remove it if you'd like. But with the intention of staying here, my intention today is to raise our vibration, raise our heart vibration specifically. Now, we do that in all of our classes, but today, Anahata, the heart chakra, is going to be our focal point. Allow the hands to relax. And if it feels good to close your eyes, go ahead and close your eyes. And what I would like to invite you to come into is a memory of joy, a memory of love, a memory that when you think of that memory, that someone, maybe it's your child, their smile, you're looking at your grandkids, their eyes, that brings this amazing feeling of love and peace. Tap into that sensation. Tap into the emotion of love and joy. Anahata, the heart chakra, glows green. So if your eyes are closed and you're gazing behind the eyelids or your third eye, maybe as you draw in that energy towards the heart space, you'll begin to see a green glow. Maybe a swirl, maybe just a subtle hint of green on the screen in front of you. Maybe taking the corners of the mouth in response to that joy and love you feel through that memory and taking those corners up. So we're going to smile. Nice deep breath in and out. Now as you ease into these memories of joy and love, maybe that glow growing brighter and bigger, expanding through the heart space, the rib cage, the back of the heart. Use your breath. Being kind and gentle to our hearts and tapping into those sensations of love and joy through our memories. We're strengthening our immune systems as we raise our vibration on a cellular level with our memories of joy and love. Bringing that in throughout the body. Maybe breathing and taking that breath, breathing in through the heels. Feeling the heart rise. And on exhale, feeling the heart relax and the abdomen relaxes. Arms relax. Feel that love and joy ripple. And as it ripples outward, reaching your neighbor, reaching your loved ones, that love has an amazing way of rippling back into your heart space, into your subtle body. And that's really what we're working here with. We're accessing the physical body to tap into the subtle body, the body we cannot see. And if it helps you to tap in a little more deeply, maybe taking the hands again to the heart if you've removed them, or to the body, to tap into the movement of breath and your heartbeat. If your mind begins to drift, that's okay. Bring your mind back to your breath, back to the sensations of love, back to the sensation of how the chest rises and falls with the belly. And if any strong emotion comes in, allow it to be. If tears come, that's okay. Your body is releasing. Feeling fully supported through your feet, your heels, the backs of the legs, your back body, the back of the head. Feeling fully supported and safe. You are in your safe place. With every breath, strengthening the immune system through love and its vibration. Take a few breaths here and allow yourself to focus on that. You are so loved and embraced, not only by you, but by others. By the world around you and how you come into this world, how you step into the world every day. No matter what comes in, or no matter what mood you shift in, you have the power to shift. You have the power to shift your breath, to shift your emotions, to shift your body, and raise the vibration. because you are more powerful than you know. Allow the arms to gently melt down, palms up to receive. You are worth all this love that surrounds you. But slowly and gently begin to come back into this physical space, gently bringing subtle movements back, maybe bending the knees or wiggling the toes. And then if you have anything underneath your spine, underneath your back, gently rolling off to one side and removing what's there. And coming back to your mat. Let's take a full body stretch, taking the arms over the head, extending the legs. And then let's take the knees into chest. You can either hug them or just place your hands gently on your legs and maybe shift side to side. Bringing the awareness to the spine and noticing the support beneath your spine and next to your spine. Let's take the knees into circles. And then take it in the opposite direction. And then hand in front of the knees, just allow the legs to relax. And you can, up to you to, you can gently take those legs. If you want the hands to gently take them to a wider place, you can. And then you can gently rotate the ankles or point and flex the feet, spread the toes. And then if you've come into a wider stance, gently bringing the knees together and taking the feet up towards the sky. And here maybe rotating the ankles, pointing and flexing. And then bending the knees and gently floating the feet back to the mat. Inhale, arms come over the head, knees are bent on the mat, feet on the mat, and take your hands, your arms into a gentle cactus. A little goddess. So a little gentle cactus here, and then a gentle shift of the knees side to side. Now, if this at all gets uncomfortable, you can definitely bring the arms down by your side. If there's any tenderness there in the shoulders. And then come back to center. Feet are still nice and flat on the mat. Arms by your side, and we're going to do those pelvic tilts. So it's kind of like a lower body cat-cow as we inhale, gently tilting the pelvis forward, feeling the spine completely flat, and then gently tilting the hips back, feeling the arch in the spine. Inhaling, tilting forward. Exhaling, tilting back. And then let's bring the awareness to the muscles surrounding the pelvic bowl. So what we're shifting right now is our pelvic bowl. if you're comfortable, you can use your breath to pull up on the muscle. So on the inhale, as you tilt the hips forward, drawing in those pelvic floor muscles. As you exhale, tilting back, releasing the muscles. Inhale, feel that lift through the pelvic bowl. Exhale, tilting back, relaxing the muscles. So I'm going to describe a sensation, and basically what we're doing is just tightening, kind of like when we're going to the bathroom and we're stopping our stream. Okay, so that's how you're going to feel those muscles pull in. And then on the exhale, you're going to feel the release of the muscles. Inhale, pulling in those muscles, and then exhaling and releasing. So on the next breath, we're going to tilt the pelvis forward, draw the pelvic floor muscles in and hold, but don't hold your breath. On the exhale, tilt the hips back, release the muscles. Inhale, tilt the pelvis forward, draw in the muscles. So you're also engaging the core here because it all works together. So awareness to your abdomen as well. Tilting back. And then again, tilting forward. So take 3 more breaths this way. 2 and 3. And a gentle shift as you release the muscles and your back. Knees side to side. And then gently squeeze the knees towards your chest. A little tuck of the chin. Extend that left leg, flex both feet, and squeeze in that right knee towards the chest. And then guide that knee towards the shoulder or the right armpit. Let's extend that left arm long and allow the knee to gently fall with gravity towards the right side. And if you want to bring some movement to that right foot, you can rotate or point or flex. Bring that leg back to center. And then we're going to gently cradle the foot or the ankle. Bring that knee to the right side, and we're going to gently rock the leg. So you can hold it from the shin if that feels good, and just a gentle rock. And then releasing, bringing it back to center, a gentle squeeze, and then full body stretch. Arms over the head, extend the legs and arms in opposite directions. Nice deep breath in. Let it go and reach for that left knee. Flex both feet here. And then let's take that knee towards the left shoulder or armpit. You're going to feel a little gentle pinch in the hip flexor. And then bringing that leg to center, gently reaching, and then cradling the ankle or the heel or the shin, and a gentle rock. And I say a little rock, but it's really however the hip is going to move, that you're bringing mobility into that hip while you're lying down. So it's going to feel different when you're cradling the leg and you're seated. And release, bring it back into chest for a little squeeze, and then a full body stretch. Extend the legs. Arms by your side. Bend the knees. Take a little Baddha Konasana here, soles of the feet together, and then allow the hands to gently rest on the lap, a slight tuck of the chin, and then notice how you can tuck the shoulders underneath the body to lift the heart. Two more breaths. And last breath here. Hands underneath the thighs to gently press those knees back. And then hands are going to come to the front of the knees, and we're going to begin to rock up and down the mat. So use the momentum. We're going to rock and begin to lift the body off of the mat. And rock back and forward, back and forward, back and forward, until you reach a seated position. So seated in your most comfortable seat, let's begin to rotate the body. Any direction. And you can close your eyes. Allow the shoulders to soften. And then take it in the opposite direction. And then come to center. Let's extend the arms out. And we're going to combine a little cat-cow with some arm movement. On the inhale, we're going to reach for that love and round it and then bring that love in. We're going to expand the arms. And I liked what I used today. We're going to gather those roses and then bring them into the heart space. Expand the arms. And then bring the arms forward and bring everything in. Expand, heart forward. Reach and bring it all in. Let's do a few more of these. And I'm gazing forward, not taking the gaze up, just relaxing with the movement. And one more. Reaching forward and drawing that love back in, and then gently allow the arms to come down by your side, and then take the fingers down towards the earth and lengthen through the crown. Nice deep breath in. Feel the heart shift forward, gently shifting those shoulders back. Let's take that right ear to the right shoulder. And then coming back to center, left ear to left shoulder. Head comes back to center. And let's take the nose into little circles. And then opposite direction. Coming back to center. Let's take the chin towards the chest. Maybe walk those fingertips or those hands back. Shoulders back. And then gently pressing the chin towards the heart. Walking the hands back, taking the gaze back to center. On the inhale, arms are going to draw up. And exhale, allow them to fall palms up. Inhale, arms draw up. Now let's take them into a soft cactus. Palms up, bring those elbows towards each other. Inhale, palms come back up. Exhale, gentle cactus. So nothing strong, just a gentle softness through the shoulders, and then draw those elbows towards the body, palms up. Inhale, palms rise. This time we're going to take a gentle twist over to the right side. Nothing too intense. Inhale, arms come back up. Gentle cactus. Palms up. And draw those elbows towards each other, or towards our body. Inhale, bring those arms back up. And a gentle twist over to the left side. So option here to bring the hand to the knee as you're taking the twist. Inhale, arms come up. Bring them back to center. Gentle cactus. Palms up. Draw those elbows towards the body. Inhale, arms come up. Gentle twist. Left hand to the right knee if you want to take it there. And take your twist. Inhale, arms come back up. Gentle cactus. Palms up, take the elbows towards the body. Inhale, arms come back up. And a gentle twist over to the left side to even out. Maybe the right hand on the knee. Inhale, arms come back up. And then gently float those arms down, roll the shoulders. And then gently bringing your knees up, we're going to come into a table position on our mats. Nice deep breath in and a little cat-cow here just to settle into the spine, taking the gaze up, and then exhaling, rounding in. So this is an opposite movement of what we've been doing too. So if you feel it in the sternum, in the heart space, that's okay. It's all an energetic feel, layers of love. And if it feels uncomfortable, that area can get really tight. We have fascia all over the body. So when we protect ourselves, that fascia also gets tight. So if you start to feel something in the heart space, that may be the sensation that you're feeling. We're stretching out the fascia and breaking through it pretty much. All right, so let's come back to center and shift the hips back and forth. And then take them into a circular movement. And then take them in the opposite direction. And coming back to center, shift left, right. Let's take the knees to the edge of the mat. Let the toes touch. And extend the arms forward. Now the hips are going to shift. We're going to go into a puppy pose. So hips don't have to touch the heels. You're just going to reach back. And you're going to reach forward. You can tilt 10 fingers. You're going to allow the heart to gently melt towards the mat. You can also do this on a counter by resting the forearms on a counter and allowing the heart space to gently shift downwards between the shoulders. So really, it's all about what you want to feel, what feels good to you. It's your practice. So I am just your guide. So really, whatever feels good to you. And if this doesn't feel good, extending too far forward, come in a little bit. And that's okay too. Even taking the knees not so wide, if that's more comfortable for you. Okay, so we're going to do a little shoulder opener. So let's shift the hips all the way back, readjust, and come into a wide-legged child's pose. Bring the third eye or the forehead to the mat. Give yourself a little massage there by taking the forehead just back and forth. And if it feels good here to shift the neck to one side or your head to one side, maybe taking it to the left side as opposed to taking the forehead to the mat, you can do that too. So let's do that, resting the left side of the head on the mat or a block. Remember that if you're hanging out here above the mat, you can take a pillow or a block and rest your head so your neck isn't straining. And then let's shift over to the right side. A little stretch in our neck. Let's bring it back to center so we can readjust and shift forward if there's any discomfort in the hips. And then take the hips back. Coming into that shoulder opener, let's take that right arm underneath the left. Take that right side of the head to the mat. Another option here, if you want to open the front of the left shoulder, you can take that left arm and bring it behind you. So you can take the palm just to the hollow of the back, or you can take a bind. Or you can leave your arm just where it is. One more breath. If you've taken the bind or taken your hand to the hollow of your back, bring that arm back and extend it forward, and then you're going to gently lift yourself up, extend that right arm forward. Now the left arm is going to come underneath the right, and we're going to do that on the other side. Gently shifting the hips back, taking any pressure off the knees. Maybe that right arm shifts to your back or takes a bind. And let it go. Through the breath. Through the body. So releasing that right arm, if you took it behind you, extending it forward, lifting gently off the mat, and extending both arms forward and taking a bow. Nice deep breath in. Let's walk the hands back, knees shift back, and come to your tabletop. Curl the toes under, gazing between the hands, and let's come into a down dog. Lift the hips up. Take your down dog, maybe we're getting into the hamstrings here. Walking our dog by lifting one heel after the other. And then we shift back to the heart space. Pull the navel in and a gentle press of the heart towards the thighs. Now, heels don't have to touch the mat, and you can actually take something to support underneath the heels. If you have a blanket, you can always put a blanket at the edge of your mat here to rest your heels. Inhale, lift the heels, bend the knees, shift the gaze between the hands or to the top of the mat, and take a little hover. And then gently press your hips back up to down dog. Walk your dog again, bending one knee after the other. Nice deep breaths. Maybe an opportunity here to haw it out like you're fogging up a mirror. Letting it go. All right, on the next breath, let's walk the hands towards the feet, and we're going to be at the back of the mat in a forward fold. Ragdoll here. And you can take a bind, bend the knees, shift one knee, bend one knee after the other. Allow the arms to dangle, head heavy. Feeling the upper body relax, your jaw relaxes, shoulders nice and soft. Bend one knee after the other. And if this is uncomfortable, if there's any sinus stuff going on or you're feeling dizzy, remember you can lift the body up so you're not so deep into the flexion. All right, so we're going to roll up from here, gentle, slow roll as we press the feet into the mat and gently roll all the way back up. Coming into mountain pose and your arms by your side, palms facing up. On the next breath, inhale, let the arms rise, palms touch, and palms come to heart. And just take a moment here to pause. Step back into that joy and come back into your heart space. So we're going to take a little walk together, and we're going to shift into Virabhadrasana 3. So we haven't done this in a while. So let's keep the hands at the heart. So remember, when we go to take our balancing stick pose, the hands can stay at the heart if you're comfortable there, or at any point you can extend the arms to come into your balance. So let's shift the weight over to the left side and just gently lift that right leg up. How high depends on you, and we're going to step forward. Shift the weight forward to that right foot. Left leg's going to rise. And we're going to step forward. And here's where we're going to shift the weight again. This time to lift that back leg. So we're going to come with a little momentum to hinge forward. Strengthen that standing leg. Hands can stay right here, or they can extend forward. You can even take a bind and I'm going to wobble out because I'm focusing on my arms. So the wobbling is natural if you fall out, or if you need to bring that leg down, that's okay too. So you're still getting the same benefit if you take the toes down to the mat. So you can take flight here as well. And then let's bring the hands back to heart, and then gently bring that leg to meet, that right foot to meet the left. Beautiful. Inhale, arms come up. Let's reach up and gently reach back. On the exhale, palms together, bend the knees, forward fold. Inhale, let's take the hands to the shins, lengthen through the crown. Exhale, we're going to plant those palms, step back with both feet. Modified plank or full plank. And then let's shift back into our down dog. Walk the hands to meet the feet. Gentle roll all the way back up. Ooh, wow, we really got to 2 o'clock, didn't we? All right, so let's even out on the left side really quick. All right.
Okay.
All right, so we're just going to take it a couple minutes over. Let's take a walk on the left side. Take that right leg, even out, and shift forward and take your balancing pose. Gently bring that leg back, forward fold. And then from here, we're going to lengthen through the crown and then gently come back to a forward fold, but take the hands down. And walk the hands back, shift to one side, and take the legs around. So, finding your Shavasana on your back. You can stay there as long as you'd like. And I'm going to seal class for us today. Hands at the heart center. Remember that we have the power to shift our energy and raise the vibration. Remembering here to always take your heart forward. Be proud of the love and the joy that you feel, and that you have the power to shift at any time. So I take this from my heart to yours. Deepest gratitude. Happy Valentine's Day.